What's going on, guys? Croctopus here. Today we're going to figure out what you should have your dead zone set to. So I'm going to go over the advantages and disadvantages of having a low and a high dead zone, and from that we'll draw a conclusion as to which of the two suits your playstyle better. As for this setting, like all settings, it's personal preference. You can be very successful with either, so let's get into what dead zone is exactly. Dead zone is the area of analog stick movement that is not recognized as movement. That tiny little bit of movement that you do that doesn't pick up in your game is your dead zone. So if you slightly move your analog stick and it doesn't move your character crosshair, that's your dead zone. So to understand how the dead zone works in this game, you've got to understand how the sensitivity works. So the sensitivity in this game is a linear ramp. So as you move your stick closer to the edge, it'll move your camera faster. Having a lower dead zone starts the ramp earlier, so if you move it slightly, it'll start moving earlier, which is good for long range, small adjustments. So essentially the dead zone is the zone before the ramp begins. First is low dead zone. This is great for sniping because you can make finite adjustments to your aim without overshooting your target. With the low dead zone, your small movements move at a lower sensitivity, and this makes it easy to aim at long range. Also, because your crosshair is moving before someone with a higher dead zone at short range, so if you're looking somewhat at each other, you'll be able to lock onto him quicker and get maybe one shot in, which one shot in this game makes all the difference. The downside of having a low dead zone is that it can cause your crosshair to move without you holding the controller. That happens because your controller isn't resetting to exact middle. This happens with older controllers more than newer controllers, but I would suggest not going above 30, or not going below 30, sorry, dead zone, because your crosshair will have a mind of its own. You'll see it wandering all the time. So at longer ranges, maybe 300 plus, you're aiming for a head, your crosshair might randomly just move to the left a bit and you'll miss your headshot, or you'll go to shoot them in the chest and it'll hit an arm, and then you could lose a gunfight and your game could be over. So a lower dead zone suits a lower sensitivity and medium to long range gunfights. Next is high dead zone. High dead zone is better for CQC or close quarters combat and short to medium range AR gunfights. High dead zone eliminates the unwanted movement that can throw you off your target at high sensitivity. Also, your crosshair won't randomly start moving without you moving the analog stick. The downside to having a high dead zone is that the controls can feel unresponsive and groggy, as it takes longer for the crosshair to start moving because you've got to wait a little bit longer for that ramp to start. Your long range gunfights will also suffer by the time your crosshair starts moving. You're already too high on that ramp, and if you've got a higher sensitivity, you're just going to fly off that target. So you're not going to be able to make those small adjustments to your aim to lock onto your target. If you find you're overshooting your targets in long range gunfights, you need to identify why you're doing that. So if you are overshooting it randomly in random spurts, it's just jumping past, that's your dead zone, so you need to turn that down. But if you find your tracking's just too quick, or you can't really lock on or make small adjustments, it's probably your sensitivity, so try turning that down. If you've got a sensitivity above 5, you're crazy, but yeah, like it's all personal preference. Long range gunfights are pretty important in PUBG, so try to get a lower sensitivity. But yeah, if you need to find places with short range gunfights to better your CQC, I've got a link in the description to a video where I've got a few good spots. Long range gunfights, you can get them in every game, so just try to go for as many as you can and change your sensitivity and that from there. Try starting 5-5 if you've got a lower sensitivity and you find that works, but you're still jumping, just turn your dead zone down a bit. But I've been Croctopus, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know. If you didn't enjoy the video, let me know as well, because I want to make these videos better for you guys in the future. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.